In this demo, I'm going to create an intake form that will be used to register incoming patients at a clinic. You'll also be able to search patients, list them, and edit their information. Let's get started. A patient database exists in SQL Server. First thing I do is set up the connection to the database. In the Data Sources tab, I'll add the source and give it a name. Enter the server name. Specify the name of the database, username, and password. I'll also test the data source to make sure it works and then save it. Now I can start building the application. I click Add within the Application tab. Give the app a name. Select the data source I created and assign a group that can manage its features. Next, I specify which tables to use. I'm only using one table for this demo. After giving the data model a name, I select the database tables to use and assign groups and the permissions they have to access the data. I'll also choose the fields I want to use in the application here under the Fields tab. I select the columns from the table that I want to use on my form. Okay, Pistachio has everything it needs to create the intake form. I'll switch over to the SharePoint site where I add a new page to hold the application. Or I could add it to an existing page. I'll call the page Patient Triage DB and create it. Next, I add the Pistachio web part to the page and save it. Pistachio starts a wizard to set up the newly added web part. This is where I tell it which application to use. In this case, it's the intake form I just created. I'll also configure it to be a full data management tool and choose a color scheme. That's it! Pistachio generates the search page and all the functionality I need. I can add a new record through a form, and go back to the patient list to see that the record has been added. I can also export, modify, and delete patient records. Using Pistachio, it took me less than 3 minutes to create these features in SharePoint, and I didn't write a single line of code. Thanks for watching.